Hello student. In part 2 of chapter number 1 we will learn about types of computers and different programming languages. So first we will learn about the different types of computer. There are four types of computer, that is supercomputer, mainframe computer, mini computer and microcomputer. Now we will learn it in detail. First is microcomputers. Microcomputers are small computers that have a microprocessor as their CPU. CPU means central processing unit. This computer are also known as personal computer or PC. Here we can see personal computer means it is used for personal work also, used by a single person at a time. The example of this type of computer are desktop computer, laptop, smartphones, tablets, etc. So these are microcomputers which are small in size and its process is very in high speeds like laptop, tablets, desktop computer. It is very useful nowadays because it have multiprocessing capability, means it can do lots of work in this type of computer. Now come to the next one, that is mainframes computer. Mainframe computers are huge in size and can occupy a whole room or even an entire floor also. Here you can see in the picture. A mainframe computer allows many users to work on it at the same time. Means here many users can work at the same time. In this, users connect it through terminals. A terminal is a device that has a keyboard and a screen integrated together. Means the user connected with the help of terminals, and terminals are the device such as keyboard and a screen. By connecting through these terminals, each user can give inputs to the computer and get the output on her or his personal screen. Mainframe, that is why mainframe computer are also referred to as enterprise server, because through one server there are many terminals are connected. It is suitable for intensive input output operation, and it is also for multiprocessing capability, generally limited to 8 or fewer processor also. So these are all about mainframe computer. Now come to the next one, that is mini computer. Mini computers are a little slower and they were less powerful than the mainframe computers, but it allowed multiple users to work on them at a time. Means it allow many users to work at the same time. Mini computers have now become less important due to growing power and popularity of the personal computers. Because of personal computer or microcomputer, it is less importance. Now only the mid-range servers are referred to as mini computer. Here you can see the example of mini computer. Here you can say it is also like a microcomputer but little advanced than microcomputers. Now come to the next one, that is supercomputer. As the name suggests, super means it is largest, fastest and most powerful and also most expensive computer, because it have multiple CPUs fitted in this type of computer. A supercomputer uses multiple CPUs to work on a problem using the concept of parallel processing. This type of computer primarily used for scientific application or scientific researches. It is also used for weather forecasting, climatic research, etc. and big calculations or intensive tasks. Means through this type of computer we can do the big scientific researches or weather forecasting, calculation of weather forecasting or climatic researches, etc. Param Yuva is the example of supercomputers. Here you can see the picture of supercomputer which are very big. So all these are about type of computers. Now come to the next topic, that is programming languages. What is programming languages? A programming language is a special type of language that we can use to give instructions to the computer. All the software and programs that run on the computer are developed by using one computer language or the other. Means programming language means it is a language through which we can interact with the computer or give instruction to the computer. All the software or program are written by this computer language only. Now the programming language are categorized into three types, that is first machine languages, assembly languages and high level languages. Now come to the first one, that is machine language. The machine language is the elementary language of a computer that consists of binary digit 0 and 1 only. Means this type of language are coded with the 0 and 1. Here you can see in the picture some numbers are written with 0 and 1s. Computer cannot understand any language other than the machine language. Means the computer cannot understand that language which we can say. It is only understand the machine language, that is 0 and 1, in the form of 0 and 1. Machine language are that type of language which is accepted by the computer to execute any work or program. All instruction or data that we feed into the computer is first converted into machine language, that is in the sequence of zeros and ones before the CPU can process it. However, machine language is very hard for people to understand or write programs in. Means it is very difficult for ordinary people to understand this type of machine language. It is only understand by the programmers only. So here are machine language. Now come to the next one, that is assembly language. The assembly language is close to the machine language, but in assembly language binary operation codes are replaced by the mnemonics codes. Means here we cannot use 0 or 1 codes. Here we can use the different codes, mnemonics codes. What are mnemonics codes? Mnemonics are like 2 or 3 letter abbreviation. For example, in the machine language we coded it with 0 and 1, but in assembly language we will code, for example, to add add operation 0010. It's equivalent in the assembly language also. this we will use only abbreviation add for adding ADD add. These codes or abbreviation they needed to translate into machine language to get executed. This job is done by a special software called assembler. Means this type of language are converted into machine language, and the software which convert this type of language is called assembler. Means the software which convert assembly language into machine language, that is called assembler. Now here is all about assembly language. Now come to the next one, that is high level language. As the speed, power or capacity of the computer are increased, nowadays there is a need of high level language. They felt the need of high level language. So for this reason high level languages came into existence. These high level languages are much closer to human languages. Means high level languages are programming languages designed for user to write instruction in English statement. Like if we need to add something, we will code it like C equals to A plus B. Here we can easily understand that we will use this code to add something on a computer. Rather than in the machine language, we use that mnemonics or abbreviation. So we will use this type of code which is understood by human everyone. C, C++, and Java are the few examples of high level languages. We need language translators such as compilers and interpreters to change the high level language code into the machine code so that it can be understood and executed by the computer. Means this high level language need to be converted into machine language because computer can only understand machine language. So the device or the software used for this translation that called compilers and interpreters. It convert high level language code into the machine language so that computer can easily understand or execute the problem. So here all about the languages, programming languages of computer or different type of computer. Now our chapter is completed.